So, again, I don't know if like something got announced or like it was just a big premiere day. I think everyone, like, I think the only thing I could possibly think of was that everyone was trying to like overshadow Jeffrey Bezos. That's really the only thing I can think of, is that everyone was just trying to collectively for Amazon Prime Day. Everyone was just like, oh man, fuck Bezos. We have stuff too. We're gonna announce as much stuff as all of us can as humanly possible. That really is the only way I could imagine this happening, is that they were all just trying because and again, billionaire companies can be petty bitches, so I could just totally see a scenario where all of these companies are like, we're just going to announce everything on Prime Day. But you may be thinking, but Toho was doing a countdown. Yeah, but they may have just easily just numbered the days and be like, that day, that's where we'll end our countdown. Make it so it ends on our countdown ends on that day, but it's Prime Day. Exactly. That's the only way I can think this is. That's the only way I can imagine this being a thing, because holy shit. I mean, really, this was insane. And it was like, if it was at Comic-Con, sure, then I'd be like, yeah. But it's just a normal day. It's just a normal day, and we've gotten trailers for Blue Beetle, Ahsoka, Godzilla, a new announcement for Thunderbolts, a new announcement for the Hellboy game. We had a Willy Wonka trailer. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, how did this happen? How has this come to pass? Anyway, enough about that. And this was news late in the day that was sent to me by Jason, who told me, hey, you need to take a look at this. You need to, like, give your thoughts on this. And I was like, what is it? Oh, shit. Sure enough, we have our announcements for 3 new cast in, we have new cast announcements for just Superman Legacy. And those are, and you may be thinking, oh, it's Lex Luthor, Jimmy Olsen, and Perry White, right? That's the logical option, right? That is the only thing that can make any sense in this matter. Nope. For Superman Legacy, the 3 new casting announcements are as follows for Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner. Yeah, we're getting 3 totally new DC characters for this massive announcement. So, buckle up, and you're not going to believe who the actors are. So, let's get into it right now. I had to pull it up real quick, sorry. So for Hawkgirl, we have Isabella Mercedes as Hawkgirl. I'm not familiar with her body of work, but yeah. We have Eddie Garthji. I cannot pronounce that last name, I'm sorry. But this is the actor. I know this actor because he was in another superhero movie. He was Darwin in X-Men First Class, and he's done other stuff too. He's a low-key actor, but he's always fun to see, and he will be Mr. Terrific. And finally, the one that made me go, excuse me, was Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. Let me say that again. Nathan fucking Fillion is Guy Gardner. Now, for those who don't know, Guy Gardner is my favorite Green Lantern and one of my favorite characters in DC, period. This dude was a character I am always 100% happy to see, no matter what. He's one of the most... He's a jerk. It's just kind of fun to see this just asshole of a human being a defender of the human race. But there's a lot more to Guy Gardner. He's a lot more emotionally complex. He's also, when the Green Lanterns need a field general, Guy is right there on the front lines fighting with everyone else. And Nathan Fillion's kind of a perfect actor for him. I personally was kind of thinking Fillion would be Booster Gold in this new era, because we do know there's a Booster Gold TV show. But, yeah, the guy was my second pick for Nathan Fillion. If he wasn't going to be Booster, he had, like, I was thinking, he'd be cool as Guy Gardner. And lo and fucking behold, he's Guy Gardner. Now, we all knew Nathan Fillion would probably be in a James Gunn project, but never in a big role. So, a big role is this. Now, if you guys remember, for Superman Legacy, the movie is supposed to be set, it's not an origin story per se. It's more about Superman kind of figuring out his place in the world. He's supposed to be for truth and justice, but he doesn't quite understand yet what that means. He's still having trouble trying to figure out what that means for him and, really for him and what that means for, what was I going to say? For himself. And what does that mean for the rest of the world? So, Gunn did say that this would have characters involved, like other DC characters and other heroes popping up. So that's really cool. Now, also, another character that's really fun to see finally, well, all three of them, they're making their big movie debut here. Mr. Terrific was another character that a lot of people have been asking for. And I know my friend Chris, who is a massive fan of Mr. Terrific, I am too, but Chris is a gigantic fan of Mr. Terrific. He's probably like just howling right now for this announcement. I know he was ecstatic on social media. I watched Chris just kind of like just freak out over Mr. Terrific being in here. Hawkgirl is also really cool. Having Shaira in anything is all automatically awesome. Then you have, again, Guy Gardner, and it does lead to the credence of that means the Green Lanterns are out there, and we do know that we are getting a Green Lantern TV show that's going to focus on Hal and John, teaming up to run an investigation. So, again, all of this sounds like really awesome. Now, Jason did make a point, when Jason told me this news, he's like, so, you know that the Authority's going to play a role in this movie, right? Does this mean does this mean these characters are part of this universe's Authority? And, like, I was like, no, they're probably, like, James Gunn is probably going to, like, stay very true to the original team, like Midnighter and Apollo and Jack Hawksmoor and all them. But I thought about it, I was like, it wouldn't be too hard, like, if you were going to put other DC characters in the Authority, which they have done in the past, hell, the recent team that Superman had put together in the Warworld saga had Manchester Black and the Enchantress on the team, as well as John Henry Irons' daughter or niece, and some other characters from the main team. So yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. And if you were to put those kind of characters on this lineup, it wouldn't be hard to have. These are characters that I could totally see Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Guy Gardner all being on that version of the Authority. I could totally 100% buy the idea of those characters, especially being a part of this incarnation of the Authority. I would totally buy that 100%. But personally, I think these are going to be characters that are going to be like just part of the universe and just fighting alongside Superman. Maybe they'll help Superman if this comes into conflict with the Authority. It's hard to say. Like, that's the thing. We really don't know much about this Superman movie. We honestly don't know much about this Superman movie other than it's not an origin story. We have our Superman and our Lois, and now we have more DC characters showing up. I have heard that like the two Skarsgård brothers are competing for the Lex Luthor role, so I guarantee you we'll probably get like an announcement for Lex Luthor at some point in this in the coming weeks. Just to really dig at Disney and kind of force their hand to reveal the cast for Fantastic Four. I'm just kind of imagining that scenario, that kind of scenario happening. But yeah, I'm really excited. I really hope Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, has his business. I really hope we get mentions of Hawkman here, because we do have Shayera, so that'd be cool. But we don't know what role they'll play. We really don't know what role they'll play. For all we know, honestly, there's even like the offset chance that these characters could be just mentioned, like they're just on TV reels, and that's it. And this is just solely a Superman story. I don't think that will be the case. I'm just saying, like, there's always that chance, right? There's always that chance they'll just be cameo characters. But yeah, I don't see that happening. Like, James Gunn is really making a push for a lot of these DC characters, so he cast them with reason. So time will tell. But you guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of this? These announcements for Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? And also, do you think they will be part of the Authority, or do you think they'll be on their own team and just working with Superman? Just comment below. Let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.